low power mid-range comms, field coffee, field breakfast, honey butter, modest stove, national forest. Stay tuned, guys. Hey, morning guys, I'm the Tech Prepper. Hope you're all doing well. My GoPro 10 is giving me problems, so we are shooting with the phone, or it's no video at all, and I don't have any way of stabilizing it, so apologies for that. So I said I was going to kick off 2024 by just using 3 radios. Today we're going to look at the second radio, the Yaesu FT818ND, for mid-range communication. And when Yaesu announced that they were discontinuing that back in 2022, I ran to HRO in December of that year and picked up a second unit and kind of selfishly kept it aside, and I thought it was finally time to open it up, and I wanted to be fiscally responsible this year, so I used gear that I had, got up like at 12:30 last night, and decided to improvise a new Manpack that I'm calling the Slim Boy. So I'll have my primary 818 Manpack and this new one, and I forget how the expression goes. 2 is 1, 1 is none. Damn straight, my friend. All right, guys, I'm gonna go find a spot here to operate and show you the new Manpack, but first, some breakfast. I've got the HF antenna. This is the TTP MCOM link dipole. I've got my cook set. We've got breakfast. I'm experimenting with honey butter and some bread out here. CF20 with the iKey keyboard for our JS8 session. And we've got the Slim Boy. This is a bag that you guys may have seen early on in the channel when I was trying to design my Manpack bag. It's a customization of the Helicon Tech E&E pouch, where I removed the cap and fabricated a strap. And then you notice that there is no front compartment. I actually hacked up my original armor lock frames to accommodate a battery. We'll talk about it, but the plan for this is to be able to EDC this more often, since it doesn't have the bulk on the front. So today we'll be using the TTP MCOM link dipole. I designed this in collaboration with Tim N9SAB about a year ago. This is the section for 20 meters, and today, since we're just going into from Arizona to Henderson, Nevada, we're going to also add the 40 meter section and do some NVIS. In fact, I am waiting for closer to 1700 UTC. That's when our window opens up. So we'll see if we can establish the JS8 session on 5 watts. Well, guys, this is not ideal. This is actually buck cholla, only about maybe 3 feet off the ground. And I was hoping there would be another Palo Verde on this side of the leg. But here's the link that takes us from 40 to 20 meters. And then I've got the apex up about a little over 6 feet here. Actually, yeah, about 6 feet here. And I'll drop the coax there. And this is just in a Palo Verde right now. And then I did do better getting this side up off the ground. And it's only at about 5 feet. So we're going to run 6 watts and see if we can make this happen. And bust open the clip. Bust me an orange. All right, and let's turn on this bad boy. All right, so we're going to be firing up the Panasonic FZM1 into my alpha build of MCOM tools, which nobody's getting, but we are going to rectify that with a community edition that we're going to start working on for the Buy Me a Coffee folks. So yeah, I actually like this setup here with the iKey keyboard. For what we're doing right now with JS8, we kind of need a keyboard and mouse, so this is critical kit for us. I'm actually going to be working on the MCOM tools community edition to do some customizations and fork JS8 call to have it work with touch and without a keyboard. One of my goals with the new Slim Boy here was to be able to ride the battery in here. I did have to make some cuts into the armor lock frame to accommodate this 3 amp hour battery, but it's all self-contained. The other thing I did is I took the DigiRig and I went ahead and removed the enclosure, and I put the entire PCB in shrink wrap or heat shrink, and then I'm running a right angle connector for the USB cable, have ferrite beads, and then a dust cover. I'll put links below to where I've been running this, but this is my standard configuration these days. And then I also want to make sure that I'm able to get cat control working, so I'm going to go to my op mode here, and if we're connected, yep, we see what's on the VFO, which is 7.078 megahertz. So we're going to go ahead and fire up JS8 call. So we'll hit the Windows key, we'll type in JS8, and we'll try to make that that contact with my buddy Mike, Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Whiskey Lima. He does a great job being the co-host for the monthly member streams with me for Buy Me a Coffee. All right, guys, this is going to suck to do it one-handed, but we'll do the best we can here. I'm going to start by doing a heartbeat. So we're going to go ahead and right-click here. Right-click. Yeah, this is why we're going to rewrite this bad boy here. And we're going to send a heartbeat now. So in about 7 seconds, we're going to go ahead and fire off a message. Sorry about that, guys, but not sure what happened to the camera, but you can see here we did hear back from Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Whiskey Lima, and a handful of other stations. Don't know if I have my station participating, so we're going to leave a message for Mike. So this is going to suck, and this is why, guys, we're going to redo how this works. So we're going to try to right-click on Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Whiskey Lima. We're going to do a directed message, and we're going to say message, and I'll put just 818 test. And I want to keep this short because I have a crappy antenna set up right now, and we're going to go ahead and send that, and it's going to transmit for 30 seconds. So guys, the point here really is my direction for the channel this year is to be able to do a lot more focused communication, and I have found that HF with a mode like JS8 actually works pretty well. I've got the most modest setup here. I am only running 6 watts on this Manpack with a very small 3 amp hour battery. My pack is ultra tiny. This is an 11 liter Osprey pack, so all the gear, even the digital stuff, all fits in there along with the breakfast items. And you can see I have a very modest deployment. If this was for real, I would have taken a little bit more time to find a spot, but not much we can do there. So my transmission is done, and I sent off that message. We should hear an acknowledgement from him, and we did it, guys. Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Whiskey Lima. We nailed it. So time for some coffee, and maybe we'll talk about a few things. If I forget, no, we're not going to close right now. I'll have some closing thoughts. So my cook set is very modest. I've been rocking this for a while. I like these Tokes titanium cups. They're ultra light, and this is what I usually use for my day trips. So inside here I have an Esbit stove, and the last few weeks or months I've been actually experimenting with the Purell single serve alcohol, and it allows me to easily start the solid fuel tabs. Inside the Esbit stove, I always keep at least 2 fuel tabs. They fit nicely in here, and you can close down these wings here, and then also a lighter. So we're gonna snap this open and just pour this guy all in there. We're gonna cheat here with the alcohol, and it's already lit. To speed up the boiling process, we're just gonna use the windshield and just drop it right on top. Looks like the water's almost ready for the coffee. Yeah, got a light boil. That's exactly where I want to keep it. So we're going to take this guy off. Got a good flame going, and just toss on the bread there for a little bit, and then we're going to just heat up the honey butter. Bread's all ready to go, and we've got the honey butter there heating just for a little bit with what's left. So now it's just time for the hot lips. And guys, if you want to support the channel, I'm a firm believer in a lot of this gear. I've been using it almost since the beginning of the channel, but these hot lips are amazing because they let you drink right away. All right, guys, that was super easy. The butter and the honey is mixing up nicely again. It had separated last night when it had recongealed. So this is going to be breakfast. I still have enough fire to go here. Moral of the story is we can do a whole lot with less. I improvised my backup Manpack with gear that I had. I didn't buy anything. I busted out the hacksaw, modded that guy. We're using a super simple wire antenna. You could do this with a $5 Cobra head and no more than $10 of wire to do multiple antennas. Simple cooking stuff to have a great breakfast. These Esbit stoves have been around for many decades, and they're unbelievable. And then simple local ingredients like the honey here, and really modest setup. So guys, if you are new to the prepper scene when it comes to communication, you don't need a whole lot. We're going to leverage JSA as a weak signal mode to allow us to run low power, small footprint devices with not a whole lot of battery required. We're not going to be doing voice, and this is an absolutely great way to build out your network. Mike and I have been training together now for upwards of 2 years. In fact, if you're interested, the first time we made a contact is up here. This is one of my favorite videos, and it goes over a lot of this stuff. Cheers all, I'm the Tech Prepper. Be strong, be safe, and be prepared.